And how is it going, everyone? Welcome to I Wanna See the Moon. And I don't know exactly how far we are from the end, but it looks like, it's looking like it shouldn't be that far from it. So I'm obviously not sure, so I don't know. But we have this boss, which is a gigantic apple in an area that look, like it could be the end. Then I was about to go diff. It was pretty loud on my speakers. But yeah, basically, something about, oh yeah, that this area looks a lot like it could be the final area, and this one looks like it could be the final boss. I mean, after all, you might say something like, well, it's only an apple. Why would it be a final boss? But then you remember that every single boss in this game is an apple. So having a multicolor apple makes a lot of sense for it to be the final boss. Honestly. I mean, it's like, imagine having a game where every boss, I don't know, it's a little robot. Well, final boss being a robot that is not that little, but it's still a robot. Seems pretty, logical. So I think it also makes sense with apples. Though then again, there is something pretty interesting about the apples, right? Has it even been confirmed that we are dealing with apples or we are dealing with cherries? Because it could be both. It's not like we are seeing enough to make a clear judgment. So unless it was established in I Wanna Be the Guy, and I don't remember, this could be cherries. It's also been a pretty long time since I had cherries. I mean, for all we know, this could be a grape too. So, one of those things that could be many things. But then again, I'm pretty sure everyone calls it fruit. I mean, delicious fruit is called delicious fruit, not delicious apple. So maybe it's whatever fruit you want it to be. So I think most people refer it to apple, right? Really don't know. Will be interesting to know though. I mean, usually when you see it in red, they are more like giant cherries. Yeah, that's kind of what I had in mind. If you think about it, there aren't many things when you look at this sprite that makes it look like an apple. I mean, it could be an apple, but if you go for the details, it's more like we're talking about a cherry. Also, how is it going? Yummy. Yeah, I don't know. That's what the dev of I Wanna Be the Guy said. Oh, interesting. Well, I guess that should confirm that these are cherries. But it's gonna be pretty hard to get used to not call it apple. I mean, I've been calling apple since the first day that I played one of these games, so it's gonna be hard to take that, take that out of my brain. What? Where are you going? I wonder if I have to beat every single color or if I just have to beat one color. I'm not sure. We will see. I mean, it's obviously one of those boss fights where you have to learn the patterns. They are cherry and apple group supremacists, damn. it's that big of a deal. But what if I say that it's a grape? What about that? Nobody says that this might be a grape? Well, I mean, considering that the normal Sprite was red, I don't think they are red grapes. But you know, if this was like either green or purple, this could be a grape too. It's just that usually in media, grapes are represented by the whole thing, however the fuck it's called, the whole branch. Usually you don't see a single grape in media. Probably because it's pretty easy to confuse with other things. And I really feel like I should eat grape, you know? It's been a while since I eaten grape. I barely even remember how it tastes like. But you know, there's something that I don't like about the grapes. Every time you go to, you know, a fruit store, it seems like the grapes are those fruits that bees tend to fly around the most. And I absolutely hate bees. So, you know, it's kind of a problem. Kinda gives me that premise of being the fruit that is being touched by bees non-stop. And I don't like that. Though I'm pretty sure a lot of fruits get touched by bees on a daily basis. But when I see bees on the street, they are usually hovering towards grapes, and it's pretty nasty. Okay, so you have to kill each color. I kinda saw that coming. Makes sense. Gonna be a little bit of a problem though, because it's gonna take some time. But it seems that there are only 3 colors: red, green and blue. Wow, RGB! It is actually RGB, I should realize. Literal RGB apple. Who would have thought? Seems like the green one is the easiest one. Hey Fangla, how is it going? Thanks, really appreciate it. I'm definitely gonna need some luck here, cause some patterns seem quite challenging, or at least a little bit more challenging than others. I think I should have it under control. Just need a couple of repetitions to get used to the patterns, and I'm pretty sure this fight, unless it has a second phase, it shouldn't be a problem for now. So we will see. For now, seems like a pretty standard fight. Well, I mean, a pretty standard fight except for the fact that it has infinite jumping, which is the first time in the game that I see infinite jumping. You got this? Thanks. Really appreciate the faith. Yeah, I mean, I think I can definitely defeat this one, but the real question is how long it's gonna take. Because that's usually the case with these boss fights. Remember when I beat Solgreen in Boshi? It wasn't a matter of if I can beat it or not, it was a matter of when will it happen. And it happened after 4 days. I mean, 4 streams of 3 hours. So not like literally 4 days, like 12 hours playing the game, right? So yeah, just a matter of how long. Damn, Solgreen was an intense fight. It was pretty interesting. You can definitely understand. Solgreen is a million of times harder than it. Oh, that's for sure. Yeah, I was just, you know, using an example here. That, you know, it's not a matter of if I can, it's a matter of when. Though that is only true for this kind of bosses, because there are some other bosses, especially those that, you know, appear in pretty popular medleys, that are definitely something that is not within my grasp. But the thing is, if there is a game that is qualified as a 40 something on Delicious Fruit, that should mean that I can beat it. It might take some time, but I should be able to. Now, if there is a game that in Delicious Fruit is labeled as 70 or 80, well, that's when I start having my doubts. And obviously anything above 80 might as well be absolutely impossible to me. You know. I never played any fun game above 80 points of difficulty, and I don't really feel like I'm gonna do it, because, you know, it seems like quite a pain in the ass. And not just because of the bosses. A lot of those games that have that high difficulty are a lot about, you know, really hard needle. Hey Shinobu, how is it going? Here fighting an apple or a cherry, or maybe both. Maybe it's the lost. Wait, how do you say? You know, there is something that people refer to as the common descendant between the human and monkey. I know how to say it in Spanish, but I don't know how to say it in English. Well, maybe this fruit is that secret descendant between the apple and the cherry. I think it's called Lost Chain. No, not Lost Chain. Something like that, but I know it in Spanish. I don't know it in English, though, how it's said. But, you know, basically that species that it's supposed to be the one that both monkeys and humans come from, according to the, you know, evolution theory, that is. We still don't know how accurate that might or might not be, though there seems to be a lot of evidence pointing that way. But you never know. So I think that fruits work a little bit differently from animals, I think. They are a little bit different. I mean, fruits and maybe plants in general, though I don't know, I'm not a biologist. Would have been interesting to be a biologist. But, you know, it is hard. I mean, sometimes I feel that programming can be pretty hard at some point, right? So if programming can feel hard sometimes, I can't imagine what something as big as biology can be. You know, those are the kind of sciences that I was kind of interested in on high school, but you know, they are pretty hard, bro. It's a problem. Some of them are just really, really hard. Like I was saying the other day, chemistry. Chemistry seems like a pretty good science, but it's just so hard. Just too hard. But it's what it is. I wonder, you know, Sometimes you really wonder how you will be if instead of following, you know, some career path, you follow another one. And I really wonder how I will be as someone that studied chemistry. Wonder what I will be doing now. Will I still be streaming? That's the real question. You never know. I mean, obviously hobbies are separated from a career, but it's still something that I wonder. Will I still be streaming if I wasn't a programmer? I don't know. Uh-oh. Whew. I got really lucky there that it didn't go to the left. I gotta remember when the red apple attacks like that, I have to be at the bottom of the screen. Because otherwise, it doesn't work. I mean, you're gonna get killed pretty badly as well. Gonna get walled. You also gotta be careful with a pretty specific blue attack. There is a blue attack that is like a spread out attack. This one. That one can be... Wait, what the hell? No, you have to be shitting me. You're gonna use two attacks at the same time? Well, that's pretty cool. Never saw that. Wait, are you telling me that that was a bug? That's not scripted in the fight? It's a glitch. Wow. I almost thought that I will get a really hard second phase. But you say it's a glitch, then I got really unlucky then. Well, that will be pretty interesting though. If you defeat one of the colors, the remnant of the fight is gonna be the other two colors at the same time. That will be pretty interesting. Really be saying that, huh? Unbelievable. It took a little bit of time. Like, I suspected that something was off there, but I wasn't sure. Now I'm sure. Alright. I think it's maybe, you know, the same person that already did that in in some other I Wanna Be the Guy stream that I did. Seems to be like the ghost of bad words. You know. You never know. Twitch is a weird place, after all. You never know what you might encounter. It's like the the nature of the fun games themselves. I mean, when it comes to fun games, you never know what might happen. What fun game are you gonna play? Is it gonna be filled with needle? Is it gonna be, you know, a more adventure-oriented one? Is it gonna be filled with traps? You never know until you play it. Well, I mean, you can obviously ask a person that played it beforehand, and you can probably see some reviews, but, you know, you can also go in blind, like I did with this game. Before I started playing this game, I never, you know, I never knew what this game was about. But it seems it wasn't that bad of a choice. I think I saw that Chinese fan game copy pasta you talked about before. Yeah, seems that it's a little bit common around the I wanna be the guy community. Like there seems to be a pretty specific user that does that. That, you know, spreads some interesting pastas. I think might be the same guy. It might be. I remember it. I don't know. Maybe the fan game community did something that they didn't like, so now they are bitter about it. I don't know. I haven't been around the fan game community that long to know. Is a Chinese fan game player? Man. Or are you so sure that it's him? I mean, I don't even know who that is, but I'm just curious to know how you are so sure that that account belongs to him. Because I will expect that that account is a duplicate. Like, I'm not expecting that to be a main account, because I'm pretty sure it will have been banned quite a lot of times already. Also, I'm about to kill the boss, but I can't get cocky yet. Is he done? Is it done? I don't know. I can move, but the apple can't move either. See the moon! Oh shit! I can see the moon? Though that save button doesn't really give me too much confidence. Maybe we will see the moon. They are probably bitter about their community's games being so bad. He lost his mind some time ago, nobody knows why he does it, it's a specific guy. I see. Well, thanks for letting me know. I definitely didn't know that. Good job, thanks. Have some interesting saves in here. But where is the moon? I wonder. Oh shit, wait, that's not the moon. Wait, what? That's a boss. Alright. You are close to see the moon. Alright, thanks. But damn, that's a pretty warm welcome, I have to say. All of a sudden I'm here to see the moon. And, you know, a flying girl appears. Pretty interesting. Well, at least this is the first boss that is not an apple or a cherry, whatever. You know, it's the first one that resembles something other than that. That's pretty cool that they done that. Now the problem is, we gotta beat her. And we beat her. We will see. And then again, I'm pretty sure that if I wanted to see the moon, wouldn't I just see it from Earth? Is it really necessary to see it from space? I mean, maybe this guy really wants to see it up close, but I feel that you can just see it from afar. I mean, you can basically just open the window, look at the night sky, and the moon will be there. Oh. Okay. I wonder where this sprite is from, because I'm pretty sure this is the kind of sprite that wasn't made for this game. It's probably taken from somewhere else. But I wonder where else it is from. I really wonder. Ouch. This boss is a classic in the fighting community. It appears in some popular medleys, like I Wanna Kill the Camellia 2. I see, it's heavily referenced, huh? Well, that's pretty nice to know. Let's see if we can defeat her then. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, as I was saying, one of the main reasons why I downloaded this game in the first place is because it's one of those games that is available, sorry, what am I saying? It's part of Camellia 1. Like, at some point I started downloading games that are using Camellia 1. Not every single one of them, especially because most of them are not even available anyways, and a lot of them fucking suck too. But, you know, this was one of them, so wanted to try it out. And it seems like, I mean, I downloaded some games that according to Delicious Fruit are really bad. Like really, really bad games. But you know, I don't know if I'm gonna play those. Probably not. I mean, the issue with that is, you know, it only takes one bad game for me to take a break from fun games, right? So, yeah, I don't know if I want to take the risk. There was, I think, one that I think it's especially bad, but apparently it's referenced in a lot of medleys, that I think it's called I Wanna Be the Choco Choco, something like that. Like, apparently it's a really short game, but it's really bad. But you know, I downloaded it because apparently it's also pretty referenced, so I was like, alright. Choco Choco is a meme game? I see. But apparently it's also pretty old, right? Like, was it made to be a joke? Or is it just that bad that it's considered a joke? Because it could be both. Could be, you know, specifically made to be bad, and because of, oh, it is a joke. I think calling it a game is a stretch. Interesting. Yeah, it seems that it doesn't even have those many screens, right? Like, it has like, it's really short, doesn't have anything else, and it's just there because, for, you know, for the sake of it. Yeah, I think I downloaded a lot of games like that just because they were featuring Camellia 1, and I eventually want to play Camellia 1, even though a lot of people are warning me that that's probably a really bad idea. But I think that playing Camellia 1 is a better idea than playing Camellia 3, because Camellia 1, apparently, according to most people that told me about it, it's a bad game, but it's not as ridiculously hard as Camellia 3 is. So maybe that's why I kinda wanna play it. Because I don't wanna play something that I know that I'm not gonna beat, like Camellia 3, so maybe Camellia 1 can help. Then there is Camellia 2, which is the game that everyone kinda recommends, but the problem is that that one seems to also be pretty hard, and I don't wanna play 2 without playing 1. And that doesn't just apply to, you know, fun games, but to everything else. Like, if I can play it from the start, I would like to play it from the start. I also wonder about this pattern. This pattern seems to be specifically dangerous. The one with those like green apples. It's a piece of shit buggy game. But a lot of I Wanna Be the Guy games have bugs somewhere, right? Camellia 1 is kinda bad, but it's fine in terms of difficulty. It has a great difficulty curve. Yeah, that's what made me interested, because, you know, it's something. If I can beat it, even if it's bad, I mean, it's not like it will be the first time that I played a bad game on stream, so it's not like it makes that much of a difference to me. Camellia 2 is much harder. Yeah, exactly. That's my fear with Camellia 2. A lot of people say that it's the best Camellia game, but the problem is that if I can't beat it, I don't like it. Camellia 2 is fine, but I don't think you will get past the boss rush. Yeah, I kind of figure that I probably won't be able to beat it. Camellia 3 is in another league. Yeah, and Camellia 3, I heard that it's borderline impossible. I mean, a special emphasis in borderline. It is possible, but it's just ridiculously hard. Like, almost inhumanly hard. So yeah, that's why I'm interested in Camellia 1 the most, even though a lot of people say it's trash. Then again, there are a lot of games that people say that they are trash, and to me they are good. I think the best example that I can think of is Touhou 9. Not a fun game, that's a Touhou game, but I mean, Touhou 9 for a lot of people is a really bad game compared to every other Touhou game because it has a different gameplay, but to me it's one of the most enjoyable ones. So maybe I might like Camellia 1, I don't know, probably not. But I feel like the only way to find that out is by playing it. Regardless, before playing Camellia 1, I want to at least play a handful of the games that Camellia 1 is based on, this one included. Probably will skip the games that are too bad to even touch, that are not worth my time. That seem to be many, by the way. I mean, at least according to Delicious Fruit. Seems that a lot of the games that Camellia 1 is made of are really bad. And I might play one of them if it's short, but if it's one of those bad games that is long and or hard, I won't bother. Camellia 1 games are all pretty bad and or old. I see. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. You know, I think I will most likely try to play games that are 6 or better in terms of rank in Delicious Fruit. And in terms of difficulty, if they are no more than 60, I feel how I should pick it. If you look for good fun games, I can give you a list. No, I was mostly looking for that, for the fun games that were made from. Sorry, the fun games that Camellia 1 is made from, right? And I will just try to play the good ones or the, you know, not that bad ones. I kind of want to do that. And then I will play Camellia 1. I don't know if I will regret it, probably, but you know. Midst of good, okay, fun games, but big chunk of absolute shit. There is a medley game called I Wanna Get Culture that takes from mostly good classic games. I wouldn't recommend Culture itself, but the games it takes from are classics. I see. Yeah, I think it's mostly, you know, about picking what seems to not be absolute trash. So, you know. Oh yeah, that's right, I didn't really... Oh, my bad. I should time him out. I should have banned, but you know, I just wanted to give it a second chance. But I guess I'm being too generous. But it's okay, don't worry about it. Yeah, I guess I could try those games as well. Yeah, I could probably try those games. I feel that trying those games it's gonna be a good journey. But usually, well, for those who don't know, I usually play fun games in a specific span of time, right? Usually, at some point, I kinda get tired of fun games and I play something else, and then after maybe a couple of months, I come back. Sometimes I even just play one fun game and then I just take a break. So if I play those games, it will be in the span of... It's a list of adventure games rated by difficulty. Let's see what this is. Oh, I think someone... no, I think I already seen this one. I think someone either linked it to me or had it in the description. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I know this one. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try to see, though. I mostly just try to look at whatever I find from the filters of Delicious Fruit. Anyways, most of them are pretty good. Yeah, I can see that being the case. But you know, there is also the fact that fun games are pretty time consuming, so when I pick one, I definitely make sure that at least I want to play it. Right? But the thing is, it's mostly not really about how good they are, but how much I want to play them. I think that's the key here. Because, you know, as I was saying, I'm really interested in Camellia 1, but not precisely because it has the fame of being a good fun game, but mostly just because I want to try it, I want to see how it is. Oh yeah. Also, you know, sometimes it depends, because sometimes I don't agree with some of the judgments towards specific fun games, right? You know, for example, my chat at some point recommended me a game called I Want a Bigger Penis, like literally, that's the name of the game. And I didn't like it, despite, you know, them telling me that it's really good, so, you know. I think it also has a lot to do with that. That even if a lot of people might say that a specific fun game is good, it might not really align to what I liked. See, as you can see, that Yami is saying that that game is amazing, but I really cannot agree with that. You should take dying too seriously. No, I think, you know, see, here's the problem with that game. No, and it's not the problem that it's a trap game. You know what the problem is? And I mean, this is a problem for me. It might not be a problem to a lot of other people. It's a fun game that tries to be... I personally think this, okay? But it's a fun game that tries too hard to be funny to the point where it's not longer funny to me. Like... No, I know that that some people hate trap games. I don't. In fact, I Wanna Be the Metamorphosis was to me an amazing game. And that game was full of traps everywhere. But the traps were so creative, so well executed, that I really liked it because it reminded me of the original I Wanna Be the Guy. Like, it seemed to to conserve the spirit of the original, and I really like the original. So I was like, you know, I really like this game. But sadly with that game that Yami mentions, it's not that there were a lot of traps or anything. I just felt that the game tried too hard to be funny, and I just didn't find it funny. Like, that game is... I don't know. I feel like traps can be inherently funny if they are creative enough. But, you know, in order to make a trap creative, you don't need to, you know, do a lot of really, you know, pretentious stuff. You can just have the trap in a really fucked up place that no one will expect it to be, and at the same time that doesn't get you to backtrack too much, and that will be fine for me too. The traps are very creative compared to other games. Yeah, and that's what I mean. They might be creative in the sense that they might also be unexpected, but I feel like they hang on for too long, to the point where instead of funny, it just gets annoying, right? Again, a trap can be creative and it's just something that kills you, right? It's something that the only thing that it does is killing you. And it can still be creative and even can make you laugh for how unexpected it is. Like, you know, you don't have to try that hard to make a trap be creative and or funny, right? But yeah, I just didn't like that game. But it's okay, you know, there are tastes for different people, and that game was definitely not for me. I'm pretty sure there are games that I might like that Yami completely hates. Well, I mean, that already happens obviously outside of fun games. Like, there is a game called Horizon Chase Turbo. It's an arcade racing game that Yami absolutely hates, and I personally really like, right? So, you know, biggest Camellia 1 fan? I don't know. Probably not. I mean, statistically that seems that it's gonna be really hard to achieve. But you never know. Yeah, maybe I will love Camellia 1. But nah, probably not. Then again, I don't really plan on playing Camellia 1 anytime soon. So, you know. No, I haven't played Camellia 1. That's why I'm telling you that I'm trying to play the games that Camellia 1 is made of, so that way when I eventually play Camellia 1 I can see those games. Like, I can understand where those levels come from. But then again, I mostly want to do this for games that are not absolute trash. Because as Yami already said, Camellia 1... Uh-oh. Oh. Well, how is it going? Wait, is this an avoidance? Because I don't see the health bar. It seems like it might... Okay, there is the health bar. Okay, this seems to be overall the same patterns for now. Oh, I went the wrong way, what an idiot. Oh, I can still dodge it. Yeah, still dodge it. Yeah, it's literally the same patterns, but you can't tell the color. Weird choice. Boom. Did I win? Let's see. Well, she seems to be slowly disappearing. Oh shit. Wait, the space is gonna explode? I don't think the space can explode. I don't think that that's how it works. Damn, but the screen is definitely shaking quite a lot, huh? Oh, damn. Wait, we are out of the space? Didn't I want to see the moon? I'm gonna be farther away from it now. Hey Colo, how is it going? Unbelievable. Shishi, thanks. And this guy wanted to see the moon, but I don't think... Bro, you could see the moon like that before doing all this journey. Are you stupid? You went through all of that just to see something you could already see. Well, alright. What a plot twist. Yeah, I thought that when he said I wanna see the moon, and he was already seeing the moon, I was like, alright, maybe he wants to see it up close, maybe he wants to be there. No, motherfucker just wanted to have an adventure, and after the adventure he sees the moon. Well, that's... I mean, it was still pretty good. Please play Reach the Moon. Yeah, I was about to play it after I finished this game. That was my initial plan. Is that a Zelda theme? I wouldn't know, honestly. But maybe. Who knows? What we do know is that it was an alright game, yeah. It was interesting. I mean, there were some sections that shouldn't have been there, at least in my opinion, but overall, really good game, especially considering that this is one of the early fun games. So the fact that they've been able to come up with this, it's definitely pretty impressive. Sea of Ariel. Sea of Ariel? What do you mean by sea? That doesn't make sense. You wanna see the moon? No, I'm seeing the moon. Cannot see it. What? Oh, I think this is just Japanese humor. Don't pay attention to it. Okay. So, let's see. Special thanks to the kid and the player. Nice. Well, there you go. Oh, what else? Is the moon gonna... Oh, well, what a cheerful ending. Damn. Okay. That's a pretty Japanese ending. That's for sure. I mean, the usual, you know, you did all of this for nothing is a Japanese classic. It definitely is a classic. Alright. So you get... Damn, that's where it takes you. Interesting. I wonder why it takes you to this save particularly and not the one before the final boss. Maybe there is new stuff? Nah, probably not. So, Shishis with I Wanna See the Moon. Solid stuff.